Hello everyone. For my first video of the day, I'm going to be reviewing a film called The Strangers Chapter 1. But before I go into that, first I want to say thank you to everybody that gave this channel support, and also with the respect and integrity along with it. So thank you very much for the support, and I really appreciate it. Without you, ladies and gentlemen, I wouldn't be here. And if you're new to this channel and want to see what I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and gaming reviews. So if those are your thing, I have a place for each, and highly encourage anyone who stumbles on this channel to check them out and see what you think. Most importantly, comment down below, like, share, all the good stuff. All that said, let's get on with the show today. So to describe The Strangers Chapter 1 for me, I thought it was mid at best. I'm saying that simply because, again, the story is not bad, and for the references that they took from the original Stranger from 08, which I greatly appreciated. And the story as well I really appreciated, but it was mid at best. But what I didn't like about it was the two characters, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, I call them. So this couple goes in this town and their car breaks down. Once their car breaks down and everything, that's when all the trouble starts. And if you have a horror fan intuition like I do, then you understand where I'm going with this next. If you don't have it, you can learn it by watching old horror films up to the new. Then you'll understand what I'm saying. So pretty much when they get this cabin and they want to get down to business, and they get interrupted. And if you know and have the intuition, they already know from the gate. If you don't feel bad. You just don't have it, and you're gonna learn from it. So pretty much the intuition kicks in, and they get interrupted. And if you've seen the original Strangers in 08, then these things are vaguely familiar to you. If you haven't seen the original Strangers, this is new to you right away. And I would encourage anyone to see the original Strangers in 08. So pretty much once this female goes out the door, of course her face is covered, and runs away, that's when the trouble starts. Noises, break-ins, things being broken, stuff like that. And how this movie ends, to me, it's just, I'm nauseous on its own, but there's a plot twist. They made a part 2 recently in theaters, and once it comes to TV on one of the platforms, then I'm going to review it. But someone survived the whole thing and someone didn't. And they're not going to reveal that because that's going to spoil the whole fun out of it. But for the Strangers, all 3 characters, they did their thing, and I greatly appreciated that. But if you've seen the 08 one and seen this, you already know what's going to happen next. If you haven't, then this is a treat. Me personally, I thought the film was mid, but wasn't terrible. I just hope Chapter 2, when I see it in review, is going to be a little bit better. But if you have seen this film and want to put your thoughts below down in the comment section, you can. But if you haven't, I would highly recommend to see the film first and see what you think. And if you are a horror fan and want to see this, I would recommend to see The Strangers in 08 first. In other words, 2008, and then go from there. Then see this, and it all click in, makes sense. And some of the references, I'll name 2 of them. But when we see those 2 church boys with pamphlets, and watch for the pamphlets, because that's a big reference to the Strangers films. And the other one is the music. And you won't understand the music if you've seen the OA version. If you haven't, don't feel bad, and it's a hidden gem to me at least. Was it perfect? No, but it was still a good film. But this one, I would recommend to see it if you've never seen it. If you have seen it, and want to make your own opinions on it, I would highly recommend it. But if you haven't, I would see it first. If you have seen it, tell me your thoughts down below in the comment section. Other than that, there's really nothing else to say about the film, but I appreciate the film for the references, for the story, but the characters were just a pain in the ass to deal with. I call them Tweedledee and Tweedledum. So, with all that said and done, and I'll review part 2 once I see part 2, which is out on a service platform on TV, and go from there. But till then, thank you all again for the love and support. I greatly appreciate it. And without all of you, ladies and gentlemen, I wouldn't be here, so thank you. Also comment down below, like, share, and of course if you're new to this channel and want to sub, my channel is at History Buff 2.0. You can't miss it. And all the good stuff. With all that said and done, thank you all again. And stay tuned for the next video. May God bless you all and stay safe.